So check this out. I had AI go back through my last, couple of phone calls to find the exact moment where prospects were going cold. And I'm going to show you what I found before this video is over. So here's the real question. When a deal falls apart or a call falls apart, do you actually know why? Or do you just assume that it just wasn't the right fit? Here's exactly what really stung. It's really almost honestly never really a bad lead. It's always the same objection over and over and over. And you'll never see it until it's laid out right in front of you. Actually, Zig Ziglar said it the best in his book, Secrets of Closing the Sale. He did this decades ago. Objections you hear aren't random. There's only a handful of them, and they repeat across almost every single sale. The problem isn't that you don't know your stuff. The problem is nobody has ever pulled you aside and pointed out your exact calls and at the exact line where people started going cold. And here's the part that really stings. A lot of those calls are leads you paid a portal for, the leads that get sold to you as ready to go, when most of them are just looking, not committed. And the low commitment objection is the exact one you've never built for a real response to those people that are saying that, right? And that's the part that really sucks because you try so hard. Okay, here we go. But this is going to change today. And on a side note, down in the comments below, you have 5 scripts and objections that are perfectly curated. So go ahead and copy and use those. So this is the process. So what I did is I went to Claude and I gave Claude my last transcripts for a lot of my last sales calls, also voice memos and really kind of anything out there that has your voice and has the objections that you're coming up against. And what I found is that it kept showing up again and again and again. And once I started seeing it in black and white, it wasn't a mystery anymore. It was a pattern, and patterns you can actually fix. So, like I said, I went through my last couple of calls and I sent them all up to Claude. And here's the funny thing. I kept hitting the wall right at this exact second. It's when they said, well, I'm just looking right now. I'd go straight into my pitch. And I did that at my downfall because I should have started asking more questions. So I learned something. I learned 3 different leads, 3 different houses, the exact same objection, the exact same mistake every stinking time. That's the exact process I use to catch it, actually. And that's the same one I'm about ready to hand over to you. So let's do this. Here's the part that changes everything. Take your last several call recordings and or notes to Claude and have them pull out the exact moment where the prospect hesitated or did an objection, and then group them together. And what you're going to see is you're going to see exactly where the objections and the conversations come to a stop. And that's as simple as it is. Once you understand where the catch point is, now it's no longer a mystery. It's no longer going to be something you're going to have to ad-lib every single time because you're going to prep for this. You're going to understand that this objection is coming around and you're going to be prepared. No more hoping. You're going to know the exact right thing to say in that moment. And that's just not being prepared. That's power for yourselves in the coming conversations because it's no longer, like I said, just going willy-nilly. You got this thing locked down. And the difference between the version of you watching right now and the version of you that's going to be after you understand this, night and day, because it's no longer you're just going to be losing deals. You're going to be closing deals because you know what's coming down. It's like driving down a windy road that you've driven down a million times or driving down a windy road that you've driven once at night. You understand the curvatures of the road. You understand the curvatures of the conversation. You know where to take yourself to get to your destination safely. So without beating that horse to death anymore, you understand the patterns now. And if you have any questions or thoughts or kind of confusion after looking at what's posted in the comments below, please hit me up. We're going to be bringing you more videos about this exact same type of content. But until then, have a great day and you're awesome. Bye.